Hey everyone, welcome to the second episode of Heistmeisters C#. In this episode, we will be making an inheritable scene for our template character. We will make an inheritable scene for two main reasons. The first one is to avoid repeating coding values, which improves consistency. And the second reason is to make adding variations easy. With that being said, let's begin. The first thing you'll need to do is over here, right-click, create new folder, and type characters. We'll be putting our template inside here and many things relating to characters. I already made one, so you don't need two. Then you want to have this here. You'll click on 2D scene and you'll change the node to D with right-click change type to kinematic body 2D. I won't be doing that because I already did, so I will just open my scene over here. And afterwards, you will add a sprite and a collision shape 2D to that. Ctrl A to add that and sprite, type OK, create, also to collision shape. In the collision shape, let me delete mine so I can create another one again with you. I'll just click over here, new capsule 2D, because it's easier. Mine is not showing, but that's just because I clicked on this eye over here to not interrupt my vision. And here I'll just try to adjust it just a little. Oops. I need to uncheck that. I'll say what it is later. Just to make sure the head and a little bit of the shoulders are off. So we can help the player a little. Afterwards on sprite, you want to put a sprite over here that you won't be using in the game, because otherwise you might get confused later if you find yourself and take a look at this with a sprite that you will use in the game. You might get confused, so put a sprite you won't be using over here. The one I'll be putting is under GFX, PNG, manred stand. Just click sprite and drag it over here, okay? Afterwards, just click on here because it makes sure the object children are not selectable. So we can just hold and drag without any risk to select the shape or the sprite and just move it. Believe me, it will happen a lot if you don't do that. With that being said, just click over here, right-click, attach script, make sure it's C#, templates, no comments. You probably won't have any templates over here, but that's okay. If that's the case, I'll put a card over here to a video where I teach you really quickly how to make one. Make sure the name is correct and click on create. Mine's load because mine's already created. Then you'll see something like this, probably with comments, but just delete them. And then you'll create three variables. Private, because for now we don't have to use it anywhere else, only on this class. That's what private means, that only this class can see it. Const, because we won't be changing it in runtime, when the game's playing. Int, because it's an integer. Speed is the name we are giving it. The value of 10. Alright. The same thing for max speed, the value of 100. Alright. And then the same thing for friction, except that it's a float, which means a value with a decimal value, like something dot something else. This F is just a convention in C# for denoting it's a float. It's just a convention, don't worry about that. And those variables are good practice when it comes to movement, to have a speed, a max speed, and a friction to break the speed. We might also later add an acceleration value over here, but for now that will suffice, okay? And that's it for this class. We just did very quickly a template character that will be used later to add variation to our characters. In our next class, we will be developing a little bit more our character, okay? With that being said, if you don't know it by now, this series is inspired by the biggest Godot course out there, the Discovering Godot, Make Video Games in Python like GDScript. It's a remake of this project over here, Heistmeisters 3.1. And if you like Ben and his team, and you also like Godot and C#, I have news for you. They have released this August a very beginner course for Godot C#. It's packed with 4 hours or so of content. I have completed it myself and I truly recommend it. It's very complete. Also, normally you'd pay $95 for it, but with the coupon inside the link I'll put in the description down below, you can have it for 85% off. In my last video, I thought it was 80%, so I said it would result in $20, but it's actually more like $15, so it's even better. And again, I don't know for how long this discount will be in use, so act quickly if you are interested. If you are watching me in the future and it no longer works, I'm truly sorry. So click down below, watch their trailer, and if you don't like it, well, don't worry because I'm always giving free content here on YouTube, so consider subscribing. See you in the next one.